I'm Chef Mike Moses, and welcome to my kitchen. I'm here to help you cook better, eat healthier, and shop smarter. One of the things I preach is repurposing. For example, you may see that I have some Donair meat here. We made 3 loaves the other day. And I'm not going to have Donairs 5 days a week, but I am going to have something special coming up. If you like this video, please consider giving me a like, maybe even subscribe. I post new videos here just about every week. And you can also join me at www.chefmikemoses, where there's information on my podcast and there's information on this recipe. So today, what are we going to do that's special? Well, remember I was telling you about saving money? So to make a Donair loaf, only costs somewhere between $6 or $7, and you can get a whole whack of meals out of that. For example, today we're going to make the Donair Turkey Club. And this is going to be a good one. This is very tasty, very flavorful, and instead of using bacon in the club, we are going to use Donair meat. First thing we need to do is get about 3 ounces of Donair meat, and we'll just shave off probably about 3 nice slices. And maybe 4. Why not? Go big or go home, right? So 4 slices of Donair meat, and we'll just pop this in the frying pan while we get everything else ready. Oh, the sizzle. So what I'm looking for is the Donair meat to take the place of the bacon. We're also going to need some accoutrements that you would normally find in a Donair. Some Donair sauce. Of course, this is leftover. Oh, it smells so good. We're going to need some Buttercrisp lettuce. We're going to need some turkey. And remember I was saying always shop smarter? Well, one of the big things I look for is bulk packaging. So I go to the local Costco and I buy things in bulk. We like to have sandwiches here around noon, but I don't want any processed foods. So I don't want any nitrates. I don't want any monosodium glutamates, things like that. So I've got this turkey breast, and actually the ingredients in it are water, sea salt, a little bit of rice starch, some cane sugar, spices, and caramel, and that's it. That's all that's in this. So even though it's not 100% healthy, it's not bad for you. So we'll need about 3 slices of turkey. We'll go for 2 slices. I can hear my Donair meat sizzling away. Time to be turned. This heat is about medium high. I just want to get it crispy on the outside and cooked on the inside. Just to make sure. I'm going to need another cutting board because now I've got to cut up the onions and tomato. So in a regular Donair, the onions are chopped into about 1/4 inch pieces and the tomato is chopped about the same way. In this case, we're making a sandwich. So we want slices, but you don't want a big bite of Spanish onion. You want just the nice crispness and the tartness of the Spanish onion. Again, we repurpose. This is a Spanish onion, which they're very huge, so I use them again. And we're just gonna cut 2 slices, about 1/8 of an inch thick. And we use beefeater tomatoes, of course. If you're going to make a sandwich, you gotta use a big tomato. So we'll use the beefeater, and again, 2 slices, about 1/8 of an inch thick. There we go. All right, tomato, onion, Donair sauce, Donair meat heating up. Don't forget to put the bread down. So put the bread in the toaster because we want a toasted sandwich, of course. Get the tomato juice off everything because this is where we're going to assemble. Let's check our meat one more time. There. Everything is nice and crispy. Let's turn off the heat. Would you like to see me create a recipe of your choosing? Drop some ideas in the comments below, and we'll see what we can do. I'll even let you know the date that I'm going to record it. Okay, so I've got some nice sourdough toast here. I'm going to line it up so that when I put it together, everything looks fine. Instead of the mayo, of course, we're going to use Donair sauce. And you probably want a teaspoon on each bottom part and a little bit on the middle. Use your spoon and just make sure you get in all the nooks and crannies. It already smells delicious. Okay, let's build our clubhouse. First of all, our turkey. And some lettuce. One slice of tomato. That's the bottom. Put our bread there. And let's build the Donair piece. So, a couple pieces of Donair meat, all seasoned up and cooked nice and crispy. Looks like bacon, doesn't it? Donair meat. Now, the question you usually get when you order a Donair is, do you want extra meat? Of course we do. Of course we do. Who wouldn't want extra Donair meat, right? Okay, that's our Donair meat, and we're going to put on one more tomato and our onion. And then top it off with a little bit of lettuce. Now on a regular Donair, if you get lettuce, that's sacrilegious. However, this is a Donair Clubhouse Sandwich. And there it is. Let's cut it in half and put it on a plate. And we're going to take our sandwich, and there we go. A Turkey Donair Clubhouse. It's an unusual treat, sweet, savory. If you like this video, please consider subscribing and give me a thumbs up for a like. You can also join me at www.chefmikemoses.com. On my website, I post links to my podcast, Chef Mike Moses Podcast, which is available anywhere you get your podcasts, as well as the recipes, including this Turkey Donair Club. For more information on this recipe and more, head over to my website, www.chefmikemoses.com. You'll find I have a blog running there with the recipes that you can print off. I hope you enjoy this. I'm here to help you cook better, shop smarter, and eat healthier.